Hi, I'm Spot and welcome back to my mind. And in these series of videos, I'm going to be transforming this mess into a home. Starting with this, my front door. It's a sliding door that's been used, abused, and it's sitting on a crooked foundation, which makes it jam a lot. It only opens to about 55 centimeters, so it definitely ain't gonna fit your mama. And to address all that, I'm gonna hang this there. Yep, that solves the issue. This is a noren, a Japanese business store or shop front curtain used for advertisement and shade, typically on the outside of the building or in between two entrances. I'm not advertising anything, and if I'm gonna put some effort into this, I'd like the ability to see it, whatever it is. So I'm gonna need hooks on the walls, a rail for the curtain, and fabric to make the curtain out of. So I've begun with the thing that I began at the beginning of the beginning when I began with the rail. I pondered over the decision of what the rail should look like for a good long weekend. That is until I finished my last project where I built a closet to hang my clothes. And after cutting the 6-meter long pipe for the rails for the clothes to hang on, I was left with this large, metal, 2-meter long rail which looked perfect sitting right above my door. One man's scrap can be the same man's intentional design choice. Often, one man's shitty joke can be one man's treasured memory. I try to think how the tallest guy became friends with the shortest guy, but I'm grateful it happened. The hooks. I designed these wall-mounted hooks in Blender and 3D printed them in ABS because I'm trying to save some time and not make them out of wood. If only I'd learned to measure things twice before hitting print. We'll call this one a design iteration and print the final one later. With a little help, some curses can become a gift. And with a little patience and pressure, any piece of coal can become a diamond. And with one more design iteration, I sent the hooks on the printer for printing, and after a long wait, the printer was done and I screwed the hooks onto the wall above the door. With the hooks in place, I put on the rail, and I must say this decision feels like the right one. And the final result looks even better. Speaking of which, the noren. After scrounging around my home, I managed to find this white, shit-stained linen material that my aunt so graciously allowed me to use, and should fit my needs quite nicely because it's about 150 centimeters, which is the exact length of the door. Too bad about the water damage, I'm gonna have to dye the damn thing. I guess I'll need to pick some up at the hardware store. Just let me fix this. So I rolled it out to the length I thought I needed, and cut it as straight as I believed it was at the time. Crooked like rigor mortis. Fuck it, we ball. After dividing the fabric into 3 sections, I cut them into 3 separate pieces, as per the design I'm copying. Now for this to be able to last longer and survive one trip in the washer, I'm gonna need to sew and stitch up the seams with this old sewing machine my sibling so graciously doesn't know that I'm using. I cut one more strip of fabric to make the loops at the top. Measure once, cut twice, or something, I don't know. I then tried splitting one down the middle about halfway, and it didn't turn out good. But I guess it's the imperfections that'll hide the door behind it. Yeah, that's how it goes. I learned ironing the fabric helps keep everything folded down, so I could stitch it up. Way easier to work with. Like a sedated Charlie Sheen. Remember that trip to the hardware store? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I really didn't want to spend money on this project, but that crotch stain is getting to me. So I got the dye and dyed the fabric with the dye. It came out black, gray, and purple, somehow. But at least the shit stain is gone. the conclusion. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Hopefully this video is longer than 3 minutes. This video was shot on a GoPro knockoff, a Nokia cell phone. Oh, and this cell phone and a Canon EOS 4000D. Go check out another one of my videos. And yeah, I'm going to be live streaming later. So go check that out. Thank you for your time.